We will have the next topic, continuous distribution function. Continuous distribution function. So under this we write, if x is continuous random variable, if capital X is a continuous random variable, continuous random variable, then what happen? Having the probability density function, having the probability density function, probability density function. Probability density function is given to you. Probability density function f of x. Then we define the function. Then the function, the function capital F, function capital f of x, which is what? Which is nothing but p of x is less than equal to x, and which is nothing but what? इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ लिमिट माइनस इंफिनिटी टू x, यहाँ पे x है, इक्वल टू इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ लिमिट माइनस इंफिनिटी टू x f of t dt, f of t dt, x is lies between minus infinity to infinity, is called distribution function or is called distribution function. Distribution function, or simply you can say cumulative distribution function or cumulative distribution function. Okay, so this is the cumulative distribution function, and based on this we will do some problems, and will before that we will study some properties of cumulative distribution function. So what is the properties of your distribution function? So you will have the first property, or you can note that the first property is what? Property number 1. Your property is also very important for you. Their property number 1, first property will have the first property says that derivative of this function exists, and which is equal to what? Probability density function f of x for all x, for all x. And second property says that the probability of a which is lies between the probability of a x which is lies between a to b is nothing but what? F of b minus f of a, b minus f of, this is the formula for probability. You can directly determine the probability by using this property. Now property number 3, your property number 3 is when we have 2 points x is less than equal to x2, so this implies that their probability is also, their cumulative distribution function and probability is also less than equal to, is less than equal to f of x2. This is the third property. And the fourth property says that your probability is cumulative probability distribution function is lies between 0 and 1, is lies between 0 and 1. So f is defined for all x. Next one, and f of x will be defined for all x. इस ये सभी के लिए ट्रू होगा. Defined for all x. So this is the fifth property. Okay, and the property number 1 and property number 2 are very important property, and we will use in the problem. Okay, so let us do the one problem based on this property. So example number 5 6. Let us do the example. Find the distribution function corresponding to the following. Find distribution function corresponding to the following probability density function. Corresponding to the following probability density function. To the following probability density function means PDF. Probability density function. Your function is given. Your function is given to you. F of x is defined like this. F of x equal to, we have lambda, and the next one is what? Next, lambda x minus 1 to the power 4. And 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 when the first condition hold, that is what? 1 is less than equal to x, which is less than equal to 3. And for lambda is any constant number which is greater than 0, and otherwise this is 0. Otherwise this is 0. मीन्स अगर ऐसा कौन सा भी कंडीशन नहीं रहेगा तो ये क्या होगा? आपका 0 होगा. मीनिंग ऑफ दिस इज दैट. Okay, now first of all, what I have to find out here? We have to determine the constant lambda in this, from this function. So just determine the constant lambda. So solution since we know that integrational limit 1 to 3 f of x dx, and this is equal to what? 1. Why this so? Because this is the continuous function, so we can use the property of continuous distribution function of random variable. Okay, now what? Just substitute all the values over here. 1 2 3. F of x is this function, lambda x minus 1 to the power 4, and this equal to dx, and this equal to 1. Now just integrate this function and determine the constant value lambda. चलो next page पे जाएंगे. Let us go to next page. So we'll have lambda is a constant. I'm taking outside. Integration limit 1 to 3. Then x minus 1 to the power 4 dx equal to 1. This thing is here. Now integrate this without expanding. So lambda equal to what? X minus 1 to the power 5 and divide by 5, and provide limit 1 to 3, and 1 to 3, and this is equal to 1. Now substitute upper and lower limit. So therefore, so lambda by 5, 5 नीचे है तो इसको बाहर ले लो 5, and this is what? 3 minus 1 to the power 5 minus lower limit 1 minus 1 to the power 5, and this equal to what? 1. So we will have this equal to what? Lambda by 5. So how much this here? So this is what? 2 raised to 5, and 1 minus 1, that is 0, and this equal to 1. So you get lambda by 5, and this is what? 2 raised to 5 is how much? 32. and this equal to 1. So from this you will get lambda equal to 5 by 32. Lambda equal to 5 by 32 is a constant value. Okay, so lambda is 5 by 32. So you will have the distribution function. Thus we have probability density function. We have probability density function f of x. This function is given, f of x is given. F of x is given to you. Replace lambda by 5 by 32. So this is 5 by 32. Then x minus 1 to the power 4. And some condition is given, 1 is less than equal to x, which is less than equal to 3. This is the limit. Okay, this is the limit given, and 0 for otherwise. मतलब ये कंडीशन नहीं रहेगा तो क्या रहेगा, 0 रहेगा otherwise. Okay, so this is your probability density function. Now next what have to find out, we have to determine cumulative density function. Cumulative. So for cumulative के लिए क्या करेंगे, by using property number 1, ये वाला property. So just use this, since by property, by using property, by using property, which one property, f dash of x equal to small f of x. Okay, f dash of x, you found f of x. F of x is what, this function. So therefore f dash of x equal to, f of x is this function, that is what, 5 by 32 and x minus 1 to the power 4. ये मिला आपको. So for that what have to do, we integrate this, then you can determine the function f na. So just integrating on both side. So integrating on both side, integrating on both sides, we get if you integrating on both sides, derivative will disappear. So f of x equal to 5 by 32 integration of integration x minus 1 to the power 4 dx. There will be no limiter, and this equal to what, 5 by 32. Just integrate this. So x minus 1 to the power 5 by 5. So this 5 will cancel. So just cancel this, and you will get 1 upon you will get 1 upon 32 x minus 1 to the power 5. This is the first function. This is the first function. Okay. Now therefore, thus the cumulative distribution function is given by, the cumulative distribution function is given by f of x, and this equal to, f of x is 0. 0 कभी आएगा, which is what, 0 when f is less than, when x is less than equal to, when x is less than equal to 1. And this is what, another function, 1 by 32 x minus 1 to the power 5, when this condition, hold. So we write here when this is what x is less than equal to 1 पे रहेगा, और वे 1 is less than equal to x which is less than equal to 3 पे आपको ये फंक्शन मिलेगा। और मैक्सिमम वैल्यू क्या होती है प्रोबेबिलिटी की? मैक्सिमम वैल्यू इज 1। maximum value of the probability is 1 when your limit extends from 3. So when x is greater than equal to 3 से ज़्यादा होगा तो आपको max 1 मिलेगा। So this is what your cumulative distribution function. Getting? Cumulative distribution function. You understood this? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
बहुत सिंपल है। यहाँ पे देखो क्या किया मैंने, प्रॉपर्टी यूज किया। which property? This one, f dash is equal to, dash means derivative of x, and which is equal to f of x. This is your function, main function, ये वाला। Now if I integrate this, then power will be increased na? So integrating this by 5, and 5 to 5 cancel, 1 upon 32 x minus 1 to the power 5. So the cumulative distribution function is given by this much. Okay, now we will go for the next topic, that is the expectation of a random variable, which is also a very important topic for you. Expectation
सर टर्म टेस्ट में आएगा ये?
सब आएगा, जहां तक होगा ना कंप्लीट होगा, all will come. Expectation of a random variable, of a random variable. Okay, so if a discrete random variable x assumes the value x1, x2, x3 up to xn with their respective probability, then mathematical expectation of x denoted by e of x, and it is given by like this. Okay, so चलो define करते हैं इसको. So let first of all we write here, let x be a random variable, be a x be a random variable taking values x1, x2 up to xn with respective probabilities p1, p2 up to pn. Then the mathematical expectation of random variable x is denoted and defined by, then the mathematical expectation 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 of random variable x is denoted and defined by like this, denoted and defined by if it exists, if it exists, एग्जिस्ट होगा तभी तुम कर सकते हैं ऐसा। इसको एक्सपेक्टेशन e of x, this is mathematical expectation, notation for expectation, e of x, and this is equal to what, p1 x 1 plus p2 x2 and plus up to pn xn and so on, up to infinite तक जा सकता है। ठीक है, टेकिंग वैल्यूज यहाँ पे अप टू सो ऑन, यहाँ पर भी सो ऑन कर दो and plus so on. Okay, so this can be written as summation of pi ax है, यहाँ पे आई रन कर रहा है, कहाँ तक जाएगा पता नहीं, इनफाइनाइट तक जाएगा। ठीक है, दिस इज द फार्मूला फॉर एक्सपेक्टेशन। दिस इज फार्मूला फॉर एक्सपेक्टेशन. इसको ऐसा भी लिख सकते हैं. दिस कैन आल्सो बी रिटन एज सम ऑफ प्रोबेबिलिटीज p of x equal to xi into xi, like this. This is the mathematical expectation formula, and we will use this formula while evaluating the problem. Okay, let us do the sum problem based on this expectation.
Yes, sir.
Okay, write down the problem based on this. Example number how much? Example 6, 7. 3 earn. 3 earns contains respectively what? 3 green, 2 white balls. 3 green, 3 green and 2 white balls, and 2 white balls. Okay, 5 green and 6 white balls. 5 green and 6 white ball. 6 white balls. 2 green and 4 white ball. 2 green, 2 green and 4 white ball. 2 green and 4 white ball. Okay. अभी इसके आगे क्या बोला? One ball is drawn from the urn. One ball is drawn from the urn. Is drawn from the urn. Urn. Find the expected number of white ball drawn. Find the expected number of find the expected number of white ball drawn. Number of white ball drawn. चलो solution देखते हैं. इसका solution क्या होगा? So 3 urns are given. Urn 1. चलो urn 1 given to you. What is the given? Urn 1. urn. Urn 1 आपको दिया है. Urn 2 दिया है. और urn 3 आपको दिया है. Urn 1 में कितना वाला है? 3 green, 3 green और प्लस और क्या दिया है? 2 white दिया है. 2 white. That is how much? 3 2 5 balls आपको टोटल दिया हुआ है. और अर्न 2 में कितना है? 5 green and plus 6 white ball. Total how much? 11 balls are there. Okay. और अर्न 3 में 2 green और 4 white. 2 green plus 4 white. Total how much? 6 balls. Total 6 balls are there. So what is the expectation number? Let x1 be the random variable ball drawn from the first turn. So let x1 be a random variable that ball drawn from first on. तो दियर एक्सपेक्टेशन कितना आएगा हमारा? एक्सपेक्टेशन ऑफ ई ऑफ x1 इज हाउ मच? कौन सा बॉल ड्रॉ करने की बात बोल रहा है? एक्सपेक्टेड नंबर ऑफ वाइड बॉल कितने हैं? 2 हैं। और कितने में से निकालना है हमको? टोटल 5 में से निकालना है। सो 2/5 आ गया एक्सपेक्टेड नंबर। ठीक है। सो यहाँ पे आप लिखेंगे लेट x2 be a random variable that ball drawn from second on, दूसरे बक्सा में से निकाला गया। तो इसका एक्सपेक्टेशन क्या मिलेगा आपको? एक्सपेक्टेशन ऑफ x2 हाउ मच दिस? कौन से बॉल ड्रॉ करने की बात हो रहा है? वाइड बॉल कितने? 6 को कितने में से निकालना है आपको? 11 में से। तो 6/11। और ऐसे नेक्स्ट लेट x3 be a random variable that ball drawn from second थर्ड on, तीसरे बक्से में से निकाला। सो देयरफॉर एक्सपेक्टेड नंबर ऑफ probability is what? White ball 4/6 4/6 4/6। now what? 2/5 6/11 इसको 4/6 को कैसे लिख सकते हैं? 2/3। therefore total number of expectation of drawing white ball is given by the total number of expectation of drawing white ball is white ball is given by E of x equal to E of x1 plus E of x2 and plus E of x3। चलो सभी को ऐड कर दो। 2/5 plus 6/11 and plus 2/3। चलो ऐड करो इसको। ऐड करेंगे कितना मिलेगा हमको? बोलो। 1 पॉइंट कितना मिलेगा? ऐड कर दो सबको।
6121 1.6।
1.6121 ना?
हाँ।
चलिए ठीक है, लिख दो लो। मैं आगे नहीं करूँगा। ऐड करने तो आता ही नहीं आपको। 1.61 और कितना?
21।
ओके, दिस इज योर टोटल एक्सपेक्टेशन। जितना अच्छी तरह से मैंने आपको इसको सॉल्व करके बताया, उतना अच्छे तरीके से आपको कहीं मिलेगा नहीं। बुक में देखोगे 4 लाइन में दिया होगा, आपको समझ में नहीं आएगा कैसे किया गया। ठीक है, ये सॉल्व प्रॉब्लम है। जीबी कुंभोजकर बुक में आपको दिया होगा, लेकिन इस तरह से आपको जिसे मैंने किया उसे आपको नहीं मिला था। ठीक है, प्रोबेबिलिटी के प्रॉब्लम बहुत ही आसान और इजी होती है, लेकिन क्या है ना, उसको बहुत ही कॉम्प्लिकेटेड वे में दिया रहता है, इसकी वजह से आप लोग नहीं समझ पाते हो। अगर देखो इस तरह से आपको दिया होगा तो आप अच्छे समझ सकते हो। ठीक है, इज दिस इजी और डिफिकल्ट? बोलो, इज दिस इजी और डिफिकल्ट? बोलो।
इजी है सर, इजी सर।
हाँ इजी है, क्योंकि कोई भी चीज को आप आसान तरीके से बता सकते हो, कोई चीज को बहुत ही कॉम्प्लिकेटेड वे में बता सकते हो। अगर कॉम्प्लिकेटेड वे में बताओगे तो फिर आप नहीं समझ पाओगे, आसान चीज को भी नहीं समझ पाओगे। ठीक है, और कोई बहुत डिफिकल्ट चीजों को अगर आसान भाषा में समझाओगे तो आसानी से कोई भी समझ सकता है। सो दिस इज द वे ऑफ टीचिंग, कैसे आपको किस तरह से सिखाया जाता है। अच्छी चीजों को अच्छी तरीके से सिखाओगे तो अच्छे समझ में आ जाएगा। ठीक है, ये सिंपल प्रॉब्लम्स नहीं थे, देखने में रीड करोगे तो बहुत डिफिकल्ट लगेगा। बाप रे, 2 और 3 अंश है, उसमें इतने बॉल्स हैं, व्हाइट बॉल निकालना है, तो बहुत कंफ्यूजिंग लग रहा था ना। इसको देखो कैसा क्लैरिफाइड करके सिंप्लीफाइड वे में आपको बताया गया कि फर्स्ट राउंड में कितने बॉक्स है, 3 ग्रीन है 2 व्हाइट है, टोटल कितने हो गए, 5 हो गए। 5 में से क्या करना है आपको, एक्सपेक्टेड नंबर ऑफ व्हाइट बॉल आपको निकालना है, तो 2/5 हो गया। 2/5 किसका एक्सपेक्टेशन है, पहले बॉक्स का है। इसी तरह से हम दूसरे बॉक्स का तीसरे बॉक्स का निकालेंगे। और हमको कितना निकालना है, फाइंड द एक्सपेक्टेड नंबर ऑफ व्हाइट बॉल, मतलब सभी बॉक्स में से हमको व्हाइट बॉल निकालना है। तो टोटल एक्सपेक्टेशन आपका क्या आ जाएगा, एक्सपेक्टेशन ऑफ x1 x2 x3, और सबका सम कर दिया, आपको फाइनल एक्सपेक्टेशन मिल गया। कितना मिला आपको, 1.61। गेट इट? ये प्रॉब्लम आपके एग्जाम में आएगा तो 6 मार्क के लिए आएगा, और यूटी में आएगा तो 5 मार्क के लिए आएगा। यू अंडरस्टूड दिस?
यस सर।